Boom, boom. This is Kendra, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I've got a bit of Mobile Legends adventure up here today. So we're going to start covering this game probably a little bit more frequently, especially when they have some of the larger events, because I think it's important that you take a look at this game if you're looking for a free-to-play, sort of like AFK type game where you don't really need to do a lot in order to maintain it. And it's very free to play. I mean, I've spent a total of $1.99 on this game, and I spent that back when I first got the account. After I'd played it for a week or two, I really liked it, primarily because of what you see on the screen. It's in landscape format. I'm running it from an emulator using BlueStacks right now. It's the only mobile game, a AFK type game, gotcha game that I can actually get to actually do a landscape format. So I have it on BlueStacks with the game, and then I have a little portrait landscape app that you can click on, and it'll throw the game into landscape mode. So and it does, and it's the only one that works. I've tried it with a number of other games, and it won't work. So the reason I like this game is because I consider this to be the best game on the market. I've played the new League of Pantheons, new Tales of Grimm. I think, what is it? Mythic Heroes of Might. It's some weird name, but anyway, they're all trash. And let me tell you why. It's impossible, and it's just way too difficult to awaken your characters. It takes like 4. For instance, you have a 5-star character. You have to get a copy of that character plus 4 more 5 stars of the same class type to level it up. So let's say you have a 5-star water character. Okay, you're going to need a 5-star duplicate of that character, plus you're going to need 5 or 4 more water characters, 5-star, any type. So I mean, that's ridiculous. They don't give you that many on an ascending time frame for that to be even useful. I mean, it's going to take a long time unless you spend money. There's your key, to actually level up those characters. It's not. This does not happen in Mobile Legends Adventures. Mobile Legends Adventures is extremely simple. Even for the top ranked characters, it only costs 2 to level it up. Let me show you how. So if you go into the Fusion Shrine, I'm not going to do this because it's one of my characters, but to level up this character to 1 notch, this is an order character, mind you. This is the top. Order and Chaos are the top level characters, okay? So you've got your basic elementals. You've got your martial, your light, your dark, and your elemental, and your tech. Order and Chaos are a tier above those. Those are the top of the line characters. They're hardest to get characters in the game, the one that have the least amount of drops. But you can get them. As you can see, I have 4 of this one right here. But that's for a guild boss, which I'll mention a little bit later. But see, to level this character up, I need to get 1 more 1-star red for that. And to do that, all you need to do is get 2 of these. See, this one and this one, I could do it. And then make 1. I could then put it on that and level it up. Okay, that's all you'd have to do. And that's all you have to do for all of the characters in this game. It takes 2 to get it, to level it up, and that's it. Okay, so, it's just ridiculous. I mean, if you take a look at my character set right now, maxed out, maxed out, maxed out, maxed out, maxed out, maxed out. See, I maxed out all these characters. I have a martial team, as you can see, and I'm 1 away from maxing out Fanny, who's the best back row attacker in the game. So, so it's just ridiculous. Those the new games, they're just money. They're money pits. That's what they are. You can say they're free to play all you want, but yeah, you're gonna to get a kit like this, you'd have to spend thousands of dollars. This game is much more user friendly, and it has pretty good graphics too, as well. So so this is what I play, and it's what I've been playing for the last about 1.5 years, I'd say, maybe about 1.5 years, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I do thoroughly enjoy it, and I play it every day. It's a nice little time killer, and you can. What I like about it, you can do your dailies in about 30 minutes. Okay, and then there's a bunch of other events going on that you can play if you want to. You don't have to participate in them, but if you want to get some of the nicer characters, spend an extra 30 minutes, and you can get pretty much, you know, what you want inside of the event. The events are fairly easy. Um, like in this event right here, I wanted to get another copy of, she's a tank, for the Marshall group. I wanted to get another copy for already, as you can see, I've already got a copy of her. Now I'm just doing it up, and maybe go for one of the other characters. And as you can see, they put order and chaos characters in here as well, so you can get them as well too. So they don't limit the pool to just the regular characters, which you'll find any other games they do that. They only put them in certain places. There's other ways that you can get these special characters. If you go into the Wishing Shrine, which is of course where you're doing it, you can get these characters inside of the Sacred Oath. You can choose these order, these right here, the top of the line characters. Okay, order and chaos. Okay, this is them, and they're all in there. You can choose them. I've got Tia. I've already awoken her. Okay, I've awoken her. You can actually get some of them for just by playing the game. If you go into the shop, the market, here in the guild shop, it's the brawl shop actually, right there, chaos, excellent mage, right there. If you go into the what's the other one? Honor shop, shrine shop, dungeon shop. Was it right here? I've already purchased her for one, but in the dungeon shop, this is another order character. You can get her too, but Caramet's not as good. She's top of the line. I have her. What do I have her at? I have her at. I have her at 3 awakened, so she's only 5 outs from being maxed out. So Amaratsu, but she's a really good character as well too. But you can, yeah, so you can make all these characters, and they even have. There's another one in there as her too. There's let's see which one it is. Right here, you can't really see it inside of the tavern shop. This is one of the newer characters. This is an order character also. This Jinsu. You can get her. So these characters, you get these the coins for this just by playing your dailies, doing your daily stuff, doing your tavern bounties and stuff, and you get and you can purchase them. So they're obtainable without having to go through the gacha to spend for them. So that's another reason I like the game. Another facet that's really enjoyable is they have these nice events that come up. They just started having new characters. This is the second one. They've taken some of the characters and they've made them dual class characters, meaning they're from 2 separate groups. If you look inside of the actual hero, the first one was Layla, which is she's a base character. You get her when she's one of the free characters that you get. Well, they came out with a new version of her right here. And as you can see, she's both light. If you watch her medallion, it says light, and then it changes to tech. So she's light and tech. So she's dual class. So that makes them a little bit stronger than the regular characters. And they give you a free copy of this when the event starts. The next character, I didn't really focus on her because, you know, I didn't particularly like it was a good character, don't get me wrong. But the new one they just came out with for this event, the Midwinter's event, is a copy of EUDORA right here. She's Marshall and Elemental. Marshall is, I have a slight hole in my Marshall group that I've always been wanting to fill. This will be the perfect character to fill in there. So I'm going all in on her. And what I like about this event that they have is it lasts for a really long time. This event's up for like 31 days. This is a monthly event, so it's not like something that if you don't play it in 7 days, you know, some events it's up for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days and it's gone. Not this. This thing up, the Tinted Barrage is what it's called, is up for 31 days. Okay. Actually, it's up for I think it's actually 40 days. It might be 40 days, but as you can see, it does it in 32 days. Okay. That's all. Okay, and as you go through these, you get rewards. You get copies of the characters. Okay, you can get 1, 2, 3 copies of her just inside of this event. Now they build up a little bit different because they're dual class characters, meaning they have two groups that they belong to. They're a slightly you have to get so whenever you get one of the characters, you don't actually get the character. What you get is you get a card of the character. It's an emblem. Okay, you need two of these emblems to make a copy of the character. And then after you do that, it's just normal leveling up. But so it's going to take a little bit longer. But, and that's the key, these are regular characters and they're treated like regular characters, meaning that they are available inside of the Wishing Shrine. You can put them on your wish list. See, right there's EUDORA on my wish list. Okay, which means I can get her from a normal draw sometimes. They're also in the prophecy summon. See, right there is, I don't think EUDORA is in here yet. That usually takes like a week or so after the event ends before they put them in there. But as you can see, the first one they came out with, she's in the prophecy summon. Prophecy summon means that you're virtually, whenever you choose the prophecy summon, you're going to get her. Okay, average is 2 pools. Average 2 pools, you will get a copy of that character. Okay, so this is a prophecy summon. So this is where you go to get guaranteed. I'm using Carrie right now because she's the Guild War beast. I'll explain a little bit about Guild War here later. But yeah, so and during that event, they have this limited summon event for EUDORA. You get copies of EUDORA after you do 50 pools. Okay, and you can use the in-game currency for this, which is these mats. If you play in the game consistently, you'll get these pretty fast. But as you can see, there's numerous copies of her in here, depending on how far you want to go. And it's up for like 40 days or 30. I think it's 35 days. So it's not so you could actually, make a very good push to actually get quite a bit of her within the actual event. Without having to worry about, you can almost, I know a lot of people say they can literally max the thing out, fully awaken them just from the event because it lasts for so long. So that's another thing I like about that. So this is the Midwinter's Feast, like I say. So now would be a really good time to get into it because when you do get into it, there's the free logons that you get. Let me see here, gifts right here. You will get her when you log into the game and click on this. When you open up the Tinted Barrage and click on the free data, you'll get a copy of her. Okay, as well as these over the space of the next 7 days, but you will get a free copy of her. Okay, so yeah, that's really good. And she's, like I said, in a limited time summon. I've already got copies there. I've already got her up to I've already got her up to the Winred, so I'm going to be getting her up too. I've got a copy of her. There's also a special event that they're having on to get another copy of her inside of right here. Do these daily. Once you do these dailies for this event, these reset daily, it's up for time remaining, so you have 30 days. So it's all right if you miss it for a day or two. You're not going to lose. You'll be able to get them. You get the mirror, which will give you a copy of her because you got to get the mirror. Once you get the mirror, put the mirror in her, you'll get a copy of her. And that'll be the second one. I'll be able to automatically take her up to another level almost immediately. So, yeah, it's just, it's the best way to do. I like the way that they really do this. So you'll be able to take a base SR EUDORA, and you'll be able to take her up to the EUDORA. So you need to have one of the 5-star doors, but you can actually get these fairly easy. You can actually purchase it in the store. So it's not really making it. Let's see which one. I think she's in the, yeah, right here she is, right there. So I can go purchase her right there. That's the one that you need, the SR version of her. So it's really ridiculous how easy they make it to get all this stuff inside the game. So this event's going on, but let's say it's like 35 days. So you should have plenty of time to actually complete several versions of the game and get started on it with your characters. Guild, you definitely want to get into a guild pretty quickly. I'm in one of the higher level guilds, but you want to get into this simply because they have really good rewards for the guild wars and for doing the guild boss. There's also guild parties, which will get you a lot of the guild tokens, which can then be used inside this market at the guild shop here. And this is where you can get some of the high-end, see? These are the high-end mats right here for the character. So I'll go ahead and purchase this right now. That's top of the line. This is the highest level of equipment gear that you can get. That's the max, and it's available inside the shop. So when you fully enhance a piece of equipment, it gets a medallion. You have to get the 3, and then you get the medallion. Okay? So let's put this on Fanny, because Fanny is one of the ones that I'm working on now. See, watch this when I put this on Fanny's in here and refine it. Boom. It now has her picture on it. It's maximum refined. That's it, as high as it can go. Right there. You see, so it no longer has the number because it's maxed out. Okay? So the game is really, really, really user friendly. If you play this game consistently, it's very easy for you to be successful in playing it. And as always, if you pay, you can do things a lot faster. That's just the standard mantra that's in most of the games. But you know, it's possible. See, look at this right here. I'm ranked number 77. Okay, 77. Okay. So as you can see, from a free-to-play perspective, you can get pretty high. I mean, this morning I was 55, but I have to play some more to get back up. And it's still early, but I have come really close to getting into the top here. I've come really, really close to getting into the 50, but can't quite do it yet. But I'll get there shortly because I easily get into Grandmaster, which is what this is. You know, so just by playing the game, you can actually do really well in terms of if you just focus on playing the game. I mean, it's not doing it the way I'm doing it. It's going to take a long time. But like I said, I've been playing it for a year and a half, and I thoroughly enjoy it because I love the fact that I can play it on my emulator. I love the fact that it puts the graphics. If you play FK Arena, don't like the graphics for that. Did not like the graphics for FK are just so dated. I mean, it just looks like it was built like in 1990, 1980. And you can't landscape it. Won't work. Refuses to do it. Even the newer games, I installed League of Pantheons a couple of weeks back, and saw that it was going to take like 5, copies of the character. I'm like, that's ridiculous. That's going to take forever. And the graphics weren't that great, so I just got rid of it. Not worth it. So I tried Tales of Grimm. Tales of Grimm. None of these. Another thing I like about this game is it's VIP free. If you play the game, you get VIP points. Okay, like I say, I'm VIP. I haven't paid anything except for $1.99 when the game first came out for a character Leslie that I'm not even using. I just bought it because I was just happy I could get a game going to landscape mode that I could put on my emulator. Yeah, and I haven't. But this is all VIP. VIP stuff. You get it just from doing the actual quests and stuff. You get VIP. So once I get to 52, I'm going to get another 350 VIP points, which will probably take me to 11. But yeah, they offer that stuff in here. You get free VIP for playing the game. So another thing I like about this is the fact that so some of the events, let's say if you don't complete an event, or let's say you don't participate in it, but you don't quite make it to the end of the event. Well, that's not a problem because you can actually each week you'll get 2 tokens, and these tokens will allow you to view. See this right here, this zone right here. This is the Order and Chaos Primal Zone. This is the top. This is end game right here. Okay, so each week they give you 2 tokens, so you can actually view the story, even if you didn't play in the event. You'll still get the story by using these tokens. You need 2 tokens to open up each slot inside of the primal zones. These, it only takes 1 token. Okay, so as you can see, I'm still progressing through EUDORAs right now, but as you can see, I've completed all of those right there. This is the one I'm working on right now. But yeah, so you can see that, and you can just go back and, if you didn't finish the event for some reason or another, you're unable to because it was too difficult, or you just didn't have time to focus on the event, you can come here and you can use these tokens and you can view the story so you can see what happened, which is really nice. And you get 2 of those each week. Those tickets, if you go into your quests and you go into your weekly quests, you get 1 of the tickets at 40 and 1 of the tickets at 80. So you get 2 tickets a week if you complete your weekly quest. But if you're doing your dailies, you should easily complete your weekly quests. It takes me about 30 minutes to do this stuff. It's not really difficult at all. It's just like everything about this game. If you spend time on it, you can easily do it free to play. It's not like the other games where, AFK Arena. I played AFK Arena for a long time. I'm serious. I played the game for over. I barely got 1 of the higher level characters up to the mythic status. It just takes too long because they're very stingy. All the events are slightly above where you need to be to get the good characters. That's not the case here. Not the case at all. And they even give you a free copy of the character when they have one of these events. All these events are containing the dual class characters now, the ones that have the dual class. So it's just I can't say enough about this game. It's definitely one that you should be focusing on. So they are going for the Midwinter's Feast. It's a pretty interesting story. You get a little bit of backstory on EUDORA, and a little bit, just backstory about the world and whatnot. But yeah, it's got some good stuff. You got your PvPs, taverns. They've got special Realm of Legends and Akashic Ruins, which these are. They have one of these floors open up, and you can get really nice rewards from it. Standard Tower, which you just climb through. See, I'm at 970 floor in the Tower of Babel. So. This game's it's just easy to play. So how do you the way you start out the game is simple. You don't try to focus on a team when you start the game. Go with what they give you. You might get you might get stuff for an elemental team. You might get stuff for you'll always get one of the really good characters. When I started out, I got a couple of Lennox. She was the best in the game. Now they're leaning more towards Xeno as being the best in the game. I have Tia fully awoken, and she's not fully awoken. She's just awoken. I have Amaterasu awoken too. I've also got her at 3. And this is Wang Jini. She's the other free character. Almost have her awoken as well too. But yeah, these are so go with what they give you, and as you can see, they have the dual class characters right after the Order and Chaos, indicating that they're slightly more powerful than regular characters, but not quite still as powerful as the Order and Chaos. And these are a lot easier to get. So I got a feeling we're going to see probably the base characters are Lila, EUDORA, Tyrael. And there's a few others, and you get those characters when they're free to play characters. Everybody gets them, no matter what you are. When you start the game, that's your group. So these are the characters that they're just upgrading them, making them dual class, and it's elevated them to being mid-level characters. Now they're higher level characters, almost on par with the Order and Chaos characters, and they're a lot easier to get. So they're going to allow you. There's going to be sort of 3 levels of teams. You're going to have your regular character, high level teams, which can compete. Not a problem with gating here. These characters are stronger, but they're not to the point where they completely blow everything off the screen. But you can still get these characters. So even even though they're that strong, you can still build a team. I'm in the process of doing it right now. Now that I've got a max team uh, of Marshall and max characters from other, I'm now able to advance further in the events, which allow me to get more items, more draws, and allows me to get the better characters. Okay, so that's what you do. You just build it up. But these here are sort of making, like, instead of the Order Chaos class, you've now got a second. You've got the regular character class, then you've got these dual character class, and then you've got the Order and Chaos characters. So putting these in was really nice, and they're using some of the the pivotal characters of the story mode that they give you when you start the game. So it's really nice. But EUDORA's got a Marshall set for me, which makes perfect for sliding her into that one little slot open. I'd like to have something a little bit better. I mean, I've got a full Marshall team at 8. Okay. But I want, there's one weakness. I need something on the back row. I'm using, right now I'm using Hanabi as my back. She works pretty well, and I've got her maxed out. But she does trapping, so she's not a lot of damage. I'm looking for a little bit more damage, is what I'm liking. The standard team that I normally run is Xylong, Aerithel, and Nana, and then I can interject Freya in the front line and Hanabi, and I have a full 8 max team. And then I alternate. Like if I need a little bit more damage, I could take out Hanabi and put Valir, who's an elemental. He's a Nuger, one of the most powerful characters in the game. And so, he's fully maxed as well. So I've got options. Lolita's the best tank in the game because she can absorb so much damage. It's scary. So I can substitute, her. So I've got a full max team that I can make. But I wanted to have a fully maxed Marshall team. And I'll be able to do that once I get EUDORA, because then I'll be able to use Xylong, Ithril, Nana, and then I'll be able to put Hanabi and EUDORA in the back, and that'll be a full 5, and so I'll get the full buff. If you do all of one element, you get a buff, damage buff. So I'll be able to obtain that buff with her in place. So that's what I'm looking for right now. So I decided to go ahead and go all in on EUDORA and try to get her maxed out to put in the team. So I'm building her right now because the event just started, so plenty of time. Nothing to worry about right now at this point. But I'll be able to get mostly everything that I need to complete build her. So a lot of people wondering, why do I have this high level, one of the best characters in the game? Why have I not combined him? Well, another good thing about this game, the Guild Boss. The Guild Boss is one of the actual events that you do on a daily basis, and it gives you the coins, okay? See, we are a high-level guild. We are competing with guilds from where this game was made at. That's how high we are. So you see, we're competing against guilds which we have no idea what they're called because they're all Asian. So that's how high we are. As you can see, we're working our way through, but it's really difficult because some of these guilds have got just ridiculously high level characters. But we compete. So that's, in the end, that's all it does. But this guild, the Guild Boss, what's nice about that is you can take a look at the contribution and you can see what everybody's running. Okay? Like I'm ranked 20. Okay, that's competing against these guys right here, and I'm number 20. And I've been in top 10 before in the Guild Boss. So this is high level stuff. And everybody's running all these Akashic is what he's called. Everybody's running an Akashic build. So I started running an Akashic build. They're running Carrie, who's a normal tech. There's nothing special about Carrie, except in the Guild Boss, she's a beast. So as you can see, everybody's running Carrie and Akashic. So I started running Carrie and Akashic, and I went from like being 50, 60 to, at one time I was in top 10. And now I'm here. I'm at 20 right now, but I didn't have a good run today. Normally, I get around 30. I used to get around 30,000 damage per run, I got 30,000 on my first two, but my third one went bad, and I only ended up getting like 8 or 9,000, so I didn't place very well. But I have actually been in the top 10 at the end of this before. That's how, like competing with all these people, which I have absolutely no idea what these names are because they're in Asian, so I don't know what they mean. But yeah, but you're able to compete with these people in this game, and you can get Akashic. You can get this guy Akashic, and I built that in a matter of like a month. I'm serious. That's how quick I built it because I already had one copy of Akashic, but I hadn't been focusing on him. But you can actually get him really easy. Okay, you put him as your sacred oath because he's in here. Right there he is. So you put him on your sacred oath, and you draw on him whenever you can, and you're not going to get him every time. You're just not. Okay, but usually you'll get of the space of about a month if you pull on it 4 or 5 times. You'll usually get 1 or 2 copies. Okay, then in the prophecy summon, you could put Carrie, who's the other one you need to build for, and that's a guaranteed. So when this resets tomorrow, all my prophecies will reset. I'll get 5 more of this. So by the end of next month, I will have a fully built carrier almost, or be very, very close to maxing her out fully awakened. And then that'll help stabilize my damage a little bit, and I'll be consistently getting 30,000, and I'll be consistently getting in the top 5, top 10 every single day. Now I do it like maybe like yesterday I was in the top 10, but the day before that I was like 3. I'm serious. I did really well. I had like 95,000. I think I got knocked down. I was in top 10 by the end of the day, but yeah, I did really good to start out with. But yeah, so it's really easy to build these teams, okay? And you can see exactly what it takes to build it because they show you what you're doing. It's goal elimination. This is it, leaderboard for this right here. As you can see, I'm number 1. Okay, in the golem elimination leaderboard for my guild. So so I really like this game because I've built up a really high level team. Now I'm starting to work on order and chaos builds is my current infatuation, if you will. Just building up all the order and like here. So you see, I've started to awaken multiple awakens. Once I get another copy of Amaterasu here in a day or two, I'll be able to take her up to 4. Tia's a cannon. Okay, build Tia. I'm serious. This Tia at 1 awakening does more damage than a max rank Valir at 8. She's just like a cannon. She sits in the backfield and she elevates herself into the air, and while she's in the air, she's immune to damage. And she shoots this laser beam constantly, real fast, like a Gatling gun, and she literally obliterates everything in front of her. She's extremely OP, and so I've been focused on her, and I've got her maxed out in terms of equipment. Okay, 30 is the maximum that you can go on the room for that, but you can get these higher than that. And when you do, it gives you these specialty skills and stuff. She can regen 5% of her max hit points. She's a beast. So she was my first focus. I got like 3 copies of her in the regular pool. I'm serious. The standard base pool for the game, I got 3 copies of her. Over the space of a long time, of course. But I was getting her, and I'm like, well, if they're giving me to, I may as well build her. So I did, and I've got her at 1, and I'll keep taking her up. I temporarily got off of her because I was going and took her out of my sacred oath and put Akashic in here to actually build for my guild team. My guild war team's pretty much done now, but I want to get a few more copies. But right now I'm focusing on specifically focusing all in on EUDORA, which is why I have her in the prophecy summon, so that I can get more copies of her quickly so I can max her out. But yeah, so that's where we're at. So, but yeah, this is a great game, guys. I'm seriously, if you're looking for a mobile AF, away, you earn idle rewards, okay, just like in every other. These right here accrue overnight. So in the morning you'll come in. And once you get high in the story, you'll start getting armor awakenings. You can get 1 to 2 level awakenings for your armor just by from the idle rewards. Okay, so I mean, but once you get up, in the higher levels of the game, you get the rewards are better. The AFK, the idle rewards get really, really, really top of the line. I mean, I'm getting illumination, gems and stuff just from, free to play, and that's the thing that turns these yellow to red, which is like a huge buff to your damage. And you get these illumination gems in your idle rewards. Okay, so yeah, it's a really, really good game. And really something that you definitely want to look to if you want to build. If you want to build a team and not have to worry about spending money, that if you just play the game, you'll actually get what you need to. And this is the game to do it on. Okay, so yeah, this Midwinter Feast is up now. It's an excellent time to start, download the game and get started, because you'll be able to get one of the top of the line characters for virtually for free. They'll give you the first copy. And then you just play in the game, get your diamonds. You can pull 4. You can see guaranteed getter. This is once you're guaranteed to get a copy at the 25th pool, guaranteed to get a copy at the 50th pool, guaranteed to get a copy at the 100th pool, 140. These are the guaranteed pools of her, as well as the little mini events. You can put her in your, you can put her and your Sacred Oath, and she will be in the Prophecy Summon. So you will be, if you put her in your Prophecy, she's usually like a month or 2 after the event ends. They'll stick her in the Prophecy, so you'll be able to get 5 for free in a monthly thing. So yeah, there's multiple ways to build your character here, so it's definitely user friendly. So yeah, definitely go ahead and get in there and play it. All right. So I just want to let everybody know Midwinter Feast is up. So get in there, get started on it, and it's something that you can play even if you're, lower to mid-level. You might not be able to fully complete it, but you'll be at least be able to get a bunch of rewards for doing it. All right, so thanks a lot for watching the channel. Remember to like and share this video, as that does help the channel immensely. This is Kenrir coming at you from the corner, signing out.